So, I'm going to be honest with all of you. I genuinely cannot tell you everything that's happened in the last 2 weeks. Not because I don't want to, but because I literally cannot remember. And that in itself is something I'll talk to you about today. What I can tell you is I lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. I've had chest pains. I've been working out 2 to 3 hours a day. I went to Chicago. I went back to Houston. And then I found out something about myself I was not prepared for. So 2 months into this sabbatical, my body's still telling me to chill. Anyways, welcome to week 7 and 8. Yes, we're combining it because life is lifing. And we're going to unpack it. If you've been watching this series, I come in here every week and I tell you that I'm tired. And I said to myself, that's not supposed to be the point of this, but also it kind of is. It's the unfiltered version of top. So here we are again. The last 2 weeks have been, a lesson in what stress actually does to your body. And I've been working out 2 to 3 hours a day. And I know everyone's like, oh, you look snatched. Yes, snatched. But I've lost about 10 pounds. And I highly do not recommend it because I haven't been eating. I've been so stressed and my body has been running on fumes and cortisol. I've had real chest pains and sometimes we romanticize the grind. We romanticize the struggle. And my body was like, yeah, you're supposed to be resting. But I also think that my nervous system is running as if there's a deadline. And it's like, I haven't given myself this permission to rest. And I'm working on it. I'm working on it slowly, but surely. I'm working on understanding that. But one thing I will say, this sabbatical was not a choice. In a way, people may think, people think sabbatical, oh, she took a cute little break. She's traveling and she's doing all the things. Yes, I know it looks like that, but this was, no, it is a life or death situation. I was losing my memory. And I've been losing my memory for a long time because of the levels of stress I've had to hold, both personally and professionally. And I remember telling someone that this sabbatical was hypercritical. My nervous system needed it. And their response was, don't forget you have all these other duties. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That was the response I got. Because apparently the audacity of someone taking a break, but someone says that to you, that they are burnt out, that they need rest, and this wasn't optional. And your response was, you still have other responsibilities. But what I've learned during the season is that people don't always know how to hold space for Black women who are resting. Yeah. People don't understand boundaries. People will find time for themselves during your resting season. It's painful, but I'm also your problem is not my problem. Let's move on. Chicago. I've only been to Chicago twice, and there's always something that draws me to Chicago, whether it's the food, the culture, the people, not the weather. So when the invite came to come to Chicago, my mouth said yes before my body could catch up. And I didn't do what I thought I was going to do in Chicago. I didn't explore the city. I didn't go to any of my favorite restaurants or the ones you guys have recommended. I didn't do any of the Chicago things. But what I did was I rested. I spent most of my time in a house, in bed or on the sofa, brainstorming, celebrating someone's birthday, navigating other people's grief. There was rest. Oh, my favorite part about Chicago, there was this shower. Yo, there's a shower in a house share. And it was a steam room. There was also a sauna in a house, but there was a steam room in the shower. And I sat in there for 30 minutes by myself. And I literally felt my whole system regulate. I had my hands against the wall and my body was telling me, hey, you're safe for once. And you're free and you're okay. The sleep that I had in Chicago, between the cold outside and the shower Or maybe it was all the company I had and the people. But the sleep, chef's kiss. Like, I don't actually have the words for how good my sleep was. I don't know why, but my soul needed it. I think it was the energy, just being still, I'm just grateful I said yes to the opportunity. I'm gonna leave Chicago right there because not everything has to be shared. Some things I like to keep to myself. But thank you, Chicago, for putting a smile on this girl's face. Oh, take me back. Anyways, and then we went to Houston. The initial plan was to go to Houston to rehearse my TEDx talk. I have a TEDx talk coming out in a few weeks, and I've literally not been able to practice because life keeps happening. And like, my plan was like, go get focused, get it done. But instead, something else happened. Multiple things happened, but let's speak about the one. So I think it's called post-location disorder. It's basically like when your body gets triggered when you go to a location because you've been traumatized. And the moment I got back to Houston, my body just stopped. I literally couldn't move. I sat in the house and I was just like deeply, deeply sad. And I wish I could tell you the full reason as to why. But like, my girlfriends came around, they tried to cheer me up, but it was bigger than just food and company. It was me sitting in some stuff. Well, I guess I really wasn't ready to admit it, was how much happened to me while I was in Houston. I sold one of my homes in LA to move to Houston. I was surrounded by like my girlfriends and like other family, I guess, that I thought would be a support system. And that was not what happened. There was so much trauma in Houston. Life, hardship, isolation, being lied to. Like, no one tells you how drastic it is to move from like LA to Houston. And I was also in postpartum with no support. And I did not know the depth of postpartum until I sat in that house and the emotions just hit me. Like, I remember my sense of self was just chipped away at while I was in the house. I remember feeling not good enough. I remember feeling like I wasn't a good parent. I remember not being called beautiful. Like, I just think some places are supposed to hold beautiful moments and beautiful memories, and then realizing that it doesn't. Realizing that you've been protecting yourself so much from the pain of that season that your body held all the pain because you were trying to move on so quickly. Anyways, I'm also in the middle of selling that house, and I'm just saying, worst investment of my entire life. Trigger warning, because maybe one day when I'm on the other side of this shit show, I will tell you everything I learned about investing in real estate in certain markets, because I want someone to learn from all of my mistakes. But for now, Houston taught me that you can think you've moved on from something, but your body will remind you you haven't. In a kind way. Okay, not in a kind way. But my body kept every single score of Houston. And it came back out while I was there. So Houston was not a good trip. So 2 months in, what have I actually learned from this sabbatical? I've learned that I don't know how to rest without feeling guilty, without all of my responsibilities. And I'm still working through that. And I'm learning that some people don't know how to hold space when you choose yourself. Like, even the people that love you, they don't know how to see Black women rest. People really aren't used to seeing Black women rest, and it bothers me. A rested Black woman causes discomfort. And I just refuse to apologize for resting. So I've been losing my memory. Did I tell you that? I've been losing my memory for a while because of all this sustained stress. And like, that's my body telling me something is not right. Something is not okay. And this sabbatical and this season is me trying to come back to myself. My memory, laughter, and some things are shifting. I can feel it. I can't always name it, but I know some things are shifting. But this season, I'm trying to just let God take the lead, because I keep trying to steer and I keep finding myself running into walls. So I'm just like, this season is about me and only me. And I think I'm finally starting to believe that. So we gonna see. Anyways, Lastly, because I want to be intentional about how I say this, but I am stepping back from social media. I don't know how long, but I think that like my soul is tired. And social media is asking for a version of me that I don't have right now to give. And I'm still going to be here. We'll be dropping an episode every week. My team manages the YouTubes and the podcast. You know, you can find me on all streaming platforms. But I truly, truly needed rest. But uninterrupted Teee and live to a Teee is still going to be here. But I'm no longer performing for social media because my real life is so lit and so full. This week or last week, I went to like 3 beauty events. I connected with so many people. I was given so many PRs. I had so much fun with real people. And I just like that version. And I like beauty and I like skincare and all that stuff. And I think that there's like a market that has been missed, targeted at executives and Black women. Executive Black women, or just executives as a whole. But we're going to talk about that when I'm probably back from my sabbatical. But for right now, I'm being loved on so much. And I kind of want to protect that. And, you know, something's happening right now between me and God. And I want to hold that close. I want to kind of feel it before I can explain it. And I know this whole podcast is about sharing, but some things I want to hold to myself. But what I will say is I'm smiling a lot more than I have. And for someone who had chest pains and forgotten memories, and this smile means a lot to me. I think we're going to get a week 9 from me. I don't know what it's going to look like. So anyways, this episode definitely hit a little bit different for me. So if it did for you, leave a comment, share it with a friend. Because sometimes I'm talking to myself, and then I get random messages about how they loved an episode in my DMs. And I'm like, I'm about to not be on IG or Threads or TikTok. So write a message on my YouTube. But I just want to say to anyone listening to this, it's okay to rest. Your body's keeping score, even though you think it's not keeping score. And hopefully I'll see you next week. Until then, rest, take care of yourself, and you deserve a life of ease. And I hope my smile stays, because I like the smiling version of me, regardless of the season that I'm in. I'm also drinking wine. I never drink wine.